Bruh.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
Yo, old doubted me. Yo, said I couldn't do it. Look at me now. Look at me now. Boys, I'm here to tell you, this is real life. Sugar Sean O'Malley is the UFC Bantamweight champion, and no one believes it. Long story short, boys, I'm going to make this video nice and quick for you guys, but man, what a performance by Sugar Sean O'Malley tonight. Went out there and staunched Aljamain Sterling in the second round for the UFC Bantamweight Championship, and I can't even believe it still, man. I literally picked Sean, because I was just like, man, watch this guy just somehow pull it off, and he fucking did. So, shout out to Sugar, man. But hey, before I recap this card, man, I want to let you all know that I went 11-1. I'm out here talking, bro. 11-1 on picks today. Almost swept the card if I didn't pick Dennis Tululin. But hey, man, I hope you guys are doing well. Let's get straight into this shit, man.
Bruh. 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 Bruh.
Alright, boys. So if you watch my channel, if you watch my predictions video on this card in general, I called it, man. I told y'all, watch out for that fucking left hand, bro. That left hand. I can't really do a Conor impression, to be honest. But man, the striking of Sean O'Malley, man. That was literally the one thing Aljo had to worry about. And Aljo, being the 3-time Bantamweight champion, someone who's cementing his legacy for potentially being the Bantamweight GOAT, went out there and decided to strike with Sean O'Malley, which probably wasn't the smartest idea. O'Malley just fucking put it on him, dude, as soon as he got the fucking knockdown. Literally just started barraging him with a bunch of hammer fists. Aljo was doing a good job regaining guard and staying conscious, but then, man, Aljo with the corpse guard almost, getting knocked out like that, you know what I'm saying? But on a serious note, dude, I want to say big ups to Sean O'Malley, man. Not a lot of people thought this guy was legit. I've been watching him for a couple years now, and all I can say is his striking is some of the best I've seen in the UFC. And just in general, dude, I'd say it's next level generation striking. And I got laughed at, you know what I'm saying? I got laughed at for picking Sean O'Malley. A lot of people were like, bro, why are you picking Sean? Aljo's going to dominate him. We literally had discussions of fucking Aljo fighting Volkanovski, which, I don't think would have ended well. Come on, let's be honest here. So, I don't understand how this candy cane 6'9" weed smoking dude is the UFC Bantamweight champion, okay, in the most stacked division in the UFC, full of absolute killers, but it is what it is, man. Like I said, shout out to Sean. I called this fucking pick, man. If you watch my predictions videos, I said that, Sean is just too good on the feet. As long as this guy can keep it at range, it's all his game. You know what I'm saying? And Aljo went in for like a straight right, literally, overleaned. It was not a good idea to strike with Sean O'Malley. The worst thing about it too, or the weirdest part was, even when Aljo tried to take Sean O'Malley down, he barely got him down. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a beautiful performance by Sean O'Malley. O'Malley is legit. People need to start putting respect on this man's name. And I'm gonna just be honest, bro. I'm so happy I called the pick. You know what I'm saying? I'm so happy I called this shit correctly. And hey, man, it's time to start talking about Sean O'Malley being a fucking bantamweight GOAT. Okay? I don't want to hear it, bro. Next up, guys, we had Zhang Weili defend her title against Amanda Lemos. She absolutely decimated Amanda Lemos. I don't even think I scored one round for Amanda Lemos, bro. It was straight domination. It was embarrassing, honestly, on Lemos's part. One judge gave Lemos round 4, which I actually don't know how they did that, and it kind of proves that MMA is starting to have rigged scorecards, which is very scary. But yeah, the stats, if you take a look at the stats, dude, this fight was not fucking close at all. There's really not much to say. Zhang Weili just beat the ass out of her, just destroyed Amanda Lemos. She didn't even deserve a title shot in the first place, let's be honest. But man, I want to say congrats to Zhang Weili. She looks better than ever. I don't know who she fights next. I really don't know who she fights next, but who do you guys think she fights next? And yeah, what a performance by the champion. Alright, moving on to this cock, absolute soy boy, the most soy fighter in the welterweight division, Ian Machado Gary. Ian Gary goes out there, dominates Neil Magny all 3 rounds. Someone gave him a fucking 30-24, but if Renat Fakhretdinov isn't scoring 30-24s, I don't want to hear it, bro. How are you giving Ian Gary a 30-24? I understand a 30-25 is legit, and there's gonna be some people saying, bro, he deserves a 30-24. He literally beat the shit out of Neil Magny. I don't care, bro. Come on, dude. You're supposed to finish Neil Magny, bro, the journeyman of the welterweight division, on one fucking leg, dude. This guy has one leg. You're literally kicking his leg off. He can't even stand properly, and you still can't finish him for 3 rounds. I don't know if Ian's plan was like, he talked bad about that. You know, he's a child abuser. So I wanted to punish him for 3 rounds. Like, what was your goal, bro? If you wanted to prove yourself, like, you should have fucking went out there and destroyed Neil Magny within 2 rounds. But I get it. You know what I mean? He just wanted to torture Neil Magny and, you know, make him suffer for 3 whole rounds. But that's not exciting, dude. That's just not exciting, bro. And Neil Magny didn't really do shit in this fight as well. He probably got like a solid minute of clinching, and that was really it. And he did a lot of Kron Gracie boot. Come on, butt scooting around the octagon. And if you know anything about MMA nowadays, that shit don't slide. So Neil Magny looked ass in this fight, as everybody thought he would. You know, everybody thought he'd get KO'd, but really, I'm impressed with Ian Gary. You know, this guy looks like the future. I think he's gonna be a top 10 welterweight. I don't really think he like. I don't think he should fight Wonderboy. Let's be honest. I think Wonderboy would beat the shit out of him on the feet, make him look like an amateur, send him back to the top 15. But yeah, if you're not giving fucking Renat Fakhreddinov 30-24s, bro, like pure domination from that guy, I don't want to hear you giving a fucking 30-24 to Ian Gary. That's just straight racist, bro. Alright, boys, quickly, I want to give Damon Blackshear and Mario Batista a shout out. I'm not going to go through their fight because it will take a bit too long, but I want to say shout out to both men. It was a great fight. I think both guys have a great future in the bantamweight division, and Mario Batista looked great in this fight. Mario Batista won, you know, 2 rounds to 1. There were a lot of people calling this fight a robbery, bro. People were thinking Damon Blackshear should have won. Absolute bullshit, bro. That's all I'm going to say. Come on, bro. Y'all need to cope. Alright, boys. Moving on to the main card opener. In the bantamweight division, we had Marlon Chito Rivera versus Pedro Munoz. I'm just going to say it either way. Pedro did not get robbed, alright? I understand that this was a close fight, but I scored it 2-1 to Chito. And the thing that I try to tell you guys in my prediction video, regardless if this was a close fight or not, unless this was a clean sweep, are you serious? Unless this was a clean sweep from Pedro Munoz, 3-0 against Chito Rivera, then there was no way he was winning this fight, okay? The UFC know exactly what they're doing. They have a failed Terry ending to anything. They're trying to get that rematch back with Sean and Chito. Let's be fucking honest, boys. Merab clearly deserves a title shot, okay? But you already know, bro, they're going to give it to Chito, okay? They know that Chito's the only man to beat Sean. Sean obviously wants to get that loss off his record, and I'm all for it, but yeah, dude. There was no way Pedro Munoz was winning this fight at all. He shouldn't have even stepped in the cage, with all due respect, because, you know, the judges were not giving him that fight at all. I had so many people being upset, you know, telling me to cope, and yeah, people were upset at the decision, saying it was a robbery, this and that. I try to tell y'all, man, Pedro Munoz was a good underdog until the judges rigged these fights, man. I'm telling you, I'm not saying these fights are rigged, bro, but we got to be fucking honest here. You know, this is a business, you know. Not everything's going to go your way. And for sure, that fight was going to Chito, regardless if he won or not. So, I want to see Chito versus Sean at the end of the year. You know, I thought it was a competitive fight by both men. You know, I think Pedro should hold his head up high, man. He's the dark horse of this division, in my opinion. He could go really far. But the guy is fucking tiny for bantamweight, dude. I'm not going to lie. He looks like a flyweight that could never make the flyweight limit. So, good job by Chito Rivera. It was just really just guys, you know, point scoring, and Chito had the bigger shots with his jab, and there was some hooks and kicks from, you know, Pedro Munoz, but it just wasn't enough. And Chito Rivera wins a unanimous decision. Alright, boys. Moving on to the last fight I want to talk about on this card. If you made it this far into the video, I want to thank you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, do all that good shit, man. I'm coming up with heaps of content this week, so stay tuned. Turn that notification bell on. But yeah, we got Chris Weidman versus Brad Tavares. So this was really just a scrap between two OGs of the game, and you could kind of tell that these guys were fucking OGs, alright? Chris Weidman looks like he's 44 low-key, and Brad Tavares looks like he's slowing down in his career, with all due respect to both men. But this was a very iffy fight, to say the least, you know? I honestly feel like Chris Weidman had, you know, some decent moments. He was tagging Brad Tavares on the chin at times, but it was usually just Tavares chopping the legs off Chris Weidman. It was very fucking brutal, you know? Me and the homies were just watching Chris Weidman, waiting for his leg to snap. I think it was at the end of the second round where I don't know what round it was, but Chris Weidman was limping around. It looked like he was gonna like literally die from the leg itself, and I was kind of worried for him. But yeah, good performance by Brad Tavares, man. Just showed that he's a journeyman, and he was chopping the shit out of Chris Weidman's legs, and he looked really good, man. So I think Chris Weidman should retire with all due respect. He'll forever be known as the man to dethrone Anderson Silva, which is pretty godly enough. It's pretty fucking epic, realistically, when you think about it. And I think Brad Tavares, give him like I wouldn't mind seeing Brad Tavares up against Petrosian, maybe. Just some of these guys that can break through the rankings, as we know Brad is the gatekeeper of the division. But yeah, man. Honestly, I think, it was just a fun fight to watch for a bit. But we have to also talk about Brad Tavares' takedown defense, dude. I think honestly, if we're talking Hall of Fame takedown defense, along with like Jose Aldo and heaps of other goats, we're putting Brad Tavares in there, bro. He can barely fucking get taken down, dude, in his whole career, and when he does, he gets right back up. So it's very surprising. Alright, boys, I want to say, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate anyone that watches my content, and what a funny card this was, man. Another underdog pulls it off in the main event. We had Justin Gaethje do this in the previous card, but man, salute to both men. Aljamain Sterling, I believe he's going to do good things in the future after this and come back better. And I think Sean O'Malley, man, he's got some hefty matchups. So fair play to both men. This was a decent card. I'll probably give it like a 7.5 out of 10 low key. And I went 11-1 on picks, man. Super crazy stuff, man. So if you need picks, bro, if you're a bettor, you need anything, bro, hit me up, bro. Got you. But yeah, I don't advise you to bet regardless. I don't bet. So anyways, man, thank you so much for watching this video, bro. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do all that good shit. Like I said, I'm bringing out heaps of content, man. We're living in the sugar era. Peace.